revoking the permit that the occupiers had for Acacia Park in Colorado Springs. The police reported that they had charged overtime hours to police in order to watch the occupiers as they were on that particular march. And I submitted my video of the march showing that no police were present. There were no cop cars, no uniforms, no nothing, right? The entire time they were going through residential neighborhoods. I submitted it to the city council that day, way back when, right? But also, I went down to my local FBI office.
So hopefully this time that's true, and then I'm caught up with life, and whatever I video blog on next will come spontaneously. There'll be no sweating. It'll be choiceless. I already know that I'm honest and sincere. I already realized that I conquered what Krishnamurti and David Bohm were on about. I figured out precisely what they were attempting to articulate. And I think they did do that. We have an observer. The observer is ourself, is the chatter within our own minds. So say we do something, it's us interacting with our memory, with our brain. So the observer is that guy. And the observed, that's you when you're not effing around and you're right there. You get a few brews. You shouldn't have to drink to become uninhibited and to be yourselves. But sometimes it takes us a while to grow. I'm a late bloomer. I admit it. I always end up forgetting my train of thought. So yeah, I'm just saying you get the observer and the observed. It's the same thing. There's no such thing. It's the chatter. It's how I phrased it, or it's how you're going to phrase it. It's a universal fact of how we exist, how we think. You look at animals, they act a certain way depending on their species. We're no different. The problem is that there are limits to the human software, not that we're computers. I like the use of metaphors. Metaphors are good. There are limits. We can only go so far. So the key to this observer and observe thing is the next time you get angry or you get attached or you're overthinking this, that, or you're in that observer, you're stewing, or you do something, you feel whole and that it's you doing it, you're yelling at someone or you're loving someone and you think it's all authentic. Krishnamurti was saying that at that point what you need to do is just stop and listen, observe, and then what you realize is that the word is not the thing, that the word is memory. So if you think you loved something, or if you think you hated something, and that's not you, and you're trying to think it over and try to rationalize and try to figure out what it is, you can't do that. Alan Watts said the nose can't smell itself, things like that. The eyes can't see itself. Our eyes can't see ourselves. They're looking outward. You got angry, or you experienced love. That then becomes a memory. If you cling to the memory, you're setting yourself up for angst. The key is to stop making that separation between observer and observed. Go into observer mode. Just look at the facts. Why was I angry? What happened? What you realize is that the anger dissipates. You realize how stupid it all was. How you got out of control.